Hello everyone, today is Monday, April 11, 2016. My name is Brian McInerney. I'm the hydrologist here at the National Weather Service, and this is the short version of the April water supply briefing. So what we're looking at here is basically March precipitation and temperature anomalies, and this graphic right here shows the weather pattern, basically the jet stream and where the storms went. About 11,500 feet, these are the winds, and this is based on the GFS model. Areas that rotate counterclockwise are low pressure. Areas that rotate clockwise are high pressure. High pressure is associated with lots of sunshine, the absence of storms, and warmer temperatures. So when you look over the Pacific, things were quite good until they hit the coast, and then that high pressure shunted the weather up north of us again. And this was a continuation of this high pressure that's set up in February. When you look at the resultant precipitation, there was some precip during that time, less down in southern Utah, but then as March moved on, it changed into a counterclockwise feature, low pressure. This brought more storms. This feature right here, you can see, produced upwards of 300 to 400% normal precipitation in the deep south, but it also helped this northern Utah area as this low kind of rotated out and improved precipitation. So northern half of Utah during March did better, above normal percentage, and southern Utah had below average percent. When you look at the temperatures for the daily mean in March, you see northern Utah for the most part was about 1 to 3 degrees above normal during March, and about 3 to 5 in the south and the southwest. Let's look at snowpack and water supply now, comparing. And we'll start with February. February's snowpack was quite healthy all across the board, and we thought we were in good shape. December, January was very active. Early February, with that strong El Nino, we thought that climatologically El Nino shows up in the second half of the winter. So at this point, we were looking very positive, very optimistic, and southern Utah showed a very good relationship between the snowpack. Northern Utah, really not so much due to drier soils. We anticipated some loss infiltrating into the soils and the groundwater. So although the snowpack was quite good in northern Utah, we're even talking average at this point, the runoff didn't look as good due to the losses. Then we moved on to March. This is after an abysmal February where it was warm. There was an absence of storminess throughout the entire state. You can see the southern part of the state had snowpack losses that melted off a good deal of the low elevation and mid elevation. In the south, in the north, basically all the low elevation melted off and pre-ripened the mid elevation. So when you look at the resultant water supply forecast, what we're seeing is 65% in the mountains off of Salt Lake, 65% off of Provo, and maybe 70% down in that very same area. So water supply conditions started low, they remain low, but the things that changed the most was southern Utah. Now we saw the second half of March was stormy for the north, but not so much for the south. And when you look at snowpacks, what we see are kind of, in the game, 93, 92, 99%, 88%. These are far better than we had in years past, 108% as far as April 1st snowpack down in the southern areas. But then when you look at the water supply forecast, you can see we've dropped off. Provo area at 60%. The area off of Salt Lake City, 65%, 60% off of the Weber Ogden. And then you look down at what promising areas down near St. George had at the beginning of the year, and then slid to only 3/4 of what they anticipate coming out of the mountains from April 1st through the end of July. This is the volume of water on all these forecasts, and that's really unfortunate. So what we're looking at the end of this briefing is that we're going to have below average water supply conditions for the 5th year in a row, and that's unfortunate. So there you have it. My name is Brian McInerney. There's my contact info. Hopefully we'll get some more storms for the remainder of April. Hopefully it stays cold and wet, and that would enhance these numbers a bit, but I don't think we're going to get there anytime soon. Otherwise, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this, and we'll go from there. Thank you.